Hey, what's up guys? It's Nicole here, and in this video, I'm going to reveal the exact blueprint that helped me get from a 400 credit score to an 800 credit score. If you don't know who I am or what do I do, I mean, who am I to talk about credit, right? Well, just give me a second and I'll establish exactly who I am. And by the end of this video, you're going to completely understand how to get from whatever credit score that you are currently at to that 800 credit score. Even if it seems unbelievable or even impossible, don't worry. At least it'll boost your credit anywhere from an extra 50 to 100 plus points. So get ready, sit back, enjoy, focus on the video. It might be a lot at once, but just try to consume it. The first thing that I want to start with is that everyone wants a perfect credit score. If not, at least a good one. Well, maybe not just the 3 little digits, but what comes along with it. Whether it's plan to buy a home, finance your cars, or just open up the doors to better financial opportunities without crazy high interest rates. Yeah, I'd say you want that. Like, who wouldn't, right? Well, the reality is that credit is a skill that can change people's lives. Whether you do it the wrong way, it can really negatively impact your life, or if you do it the right way, which the opposite. And it will make your life so much better. And it's kind of crazy to think about it because now they don't even teach the basics of credit and finances in school. So you're going to have to learn all of this yourself. And that's exactly where I come in. I'm going to be showing you the exact process and the blueprints that I use dealing with credit from step 0 to step 10. It might sound crazy, but what if I told you that it's actually pretty simple? It's simple, but not fast. If someone tells you that they can fix your credit within a day, 10 times out of 10, it's BS. Again, it's simple, and I'm going to show you how I did it. Also, I'm going to be showing you how to make money with credit and also get access to personal and business funding, just like I do with my personal one-on-one. So who am I exactly? Well, to be honest, I was just like everyone else. I had a big 4-bedroom house, I had a Mercedes, I had a corporate job and a comfortable job that was paying really well. I was the vice president of operations. I was there for over 10 years. But between 2016 to 2017, something changed that turned my life around and a complete 180. I thought everything was great and was getting even better at the company, but suddenly I recently found out that the company had lost their license. The company that I worked so hard for shut down its doors. And me being the operations manager, I had to let all of my own coworkers and friends know they no longer had a job. Everyone who worked for the company, including myself, no longer had a job. It was traumatizing. My one source of income, it was gone. Just like that. Everything's going downhill. I didn't really even know what credit really did at that time. You know, I paid my debts on time. I had set up my payment automations so that I had somewhat of a decent credit score, around 600 or so. But with my income just gone and my credit score tanking down to 400, everything that I had worked so hard for, the house, the car, everything, they all became liabilities. Combine that with an abusive partner and it'll get you the I don't care about life anymore type of mindset. It was bad. I mean, at the end of every tunnel, there's light. And so I sold my house and I lost everything else. My 400 credit score was so bad that I literally could not even get myself my own apartment. So I had to rent a room at the extended stay hotel in Sacramento, California. And it was full of a lot of questionable people. And it was darn right horrible. So I'm stressing badly, and it was the worst state of my life. I was certainly used used to a comfortable lifestyle. I was used to a certain amount of income, and I went from everything to losing everything in a matter of days. I gained a bunch of weight. I was taking depression medications. I was mentally malfunctioning. And then I woke up one day realizing that I cannot live like this anymore. I had to change. So fast forward 6 months down the line, I got rid of my abusive ex-husband, and I actually found somebody who gave me all of the support that I needed. And it felt like everything was going great, except for one thing. I still didn't know anything about credit or how I could support my family. So I felt like, man, I could do so much more and I could get my financial status into a much better place. So I thought of starting my own business. I started out planning the steps on how to get there, plus how to make multiple streams of income. And this was the same time that I was learning all about credit. So I educated myself on what it actually is to the point where I became obsessed with it. Every time I would get the chance, whether I was at work, driving, or someplace else, I was always listening to an audiobook, podcast, or YouTube videos. Because if you're not educated about something, how are you going to be successful long term, right? It'd be really hard. And I always tell people that you're either going to have to spend your valuable time or your valuable money. And I paid the price with both. I worked on my credit. I kept studying for years while spending thousands and thousands on courses and ebooks and mentorships on credit and business. But I'll tell you what, it paid off. And I have an amazing credit score and business score to prove. I have multiple streams of income. I started posting content on social media and YouTube. And now here we are today. Just last week, I was a guest speaker on the largest credit repair business podcast, the same podcast that I was listening to and learning from when I first started out on this journey. And here I am 4 years later as a guest speaker, telling my story, sharing what has worked for me to help others. And now I'm teaching people just like you the exact same step-by-step blueprint of how I got myself down from a 400 credit score all the way up to an 800 plus credit score. Just like Naya here, before we worked together, everything was a mess. She had a bankruptcy on her report. She was just like me with that 400 credit score, and she wanted to buy her very first home. After working together with her very closely, we got everything dialed in, and she was able to purchase a home and graduated to the 700 plus club. Now you can get results just like this too. But I don't just work with anybody or everybody. So who is this for? Well, this is for you if you are trying to fix your credit by yourself or you've tried to do so in the past. If you have a winner mindset, and you know that you have so much potential in life and business. You're tired of watching confusing, contradicting, and outdated videos from these fake credit gurus. Now, this is not for you if you think that building or repairing credit is instantaneous. You are not committed to seeing a better life for yourself financially, and you're not coachable. You only want to hear what you want to hear. You don't want to hear what you need to hear. But before we start, I want to say congratulations. You watching this video is undeniable proof that you are here to make a change. You're one of us now, and you're an action taker. And action takers go a long way, especially when they're getting the support from other action takers left and right. So let's get started. First of all, here's what I need from you. Even when you know everything about something, what's good knowledge without implementation? So I need you to take this whole video with focus. I want you to take this completely serious. Do you think you can do that? I'm going to assume that you can, because if you can, then you can exit left, because I want you to implement after this video. But for now, sit tight, focus, let it all soak in. And if you have to watch this video twice, then watch it twice. All right, so did you know that life used to be way easier back then, right? You used to be able to be a milkman and buy a house, but now it's harder than it's ever been. And it just keeps on getting harder. Nowadays, the average home price is completely exceeding the average income. Now, let's take a look at the average income compared to the average home cost from 1960 to 2020. The average income used to be double what the average home costs were, and it only gets worse. You can see here that the average cost of a 4-year degree is $108,000 over 4 years. And whether you believe it or not, the traditional education system is dying. Harvard itself saw a 5% application decrease. You can see guys like Jordan Peterson, who was a Harvard professor. Now he's doing all this other stuff. He even said Harvard's CEO has already left the company. Now, if you look at this chart, you'll see that colleges are losing students every year. And you might have seen this around. Might have seen your kids, or friends, or colleagues talk about, I don't know if this is the right thing for me. Craziest part is online education is growing by 20% a year. So what does all this have to do with credit? Well, you'll understand in just a second. Add the fact that school doesn't even teach you about financial literacy. At least I know mine didn't at the time. So, of course, you can't really blame them. But with inflation on the rise, the average home cost tripling, even quadrupling compared to the average income, with all these to account for, credit's importance is at an all-time high. So, here's how it works. Either you'll spend months, maybe years, of learning the skill called credit. It's really a game, but you just got to know how to play it. Because it's genuinely a skill that can turn your life 180 degrees, whether it's positive or negative. Going through months and months of trials and errors, learning through the mistakes that you'll make along the way, or you can learn credit and get into a tight-knitted space with other like-minded individuals, such as yourself, under one mentor who's already gone through all of the mistakes that you can think of. Because let's be honest here, no one really likes to do things alone. Or at least you'll do them much better knowing that you have dozens and dozens of people behind you supporting you. And that's exactly why I built the credit community, where not only do you get to learn all about credit, but make it engaging and fun journey along the way. Not only do you get a fully supportive community behind you, but you're also going to get live weekly calls with me where you can ask anything. You're going to learn how to remove collections and inquiries. You're going to learn how to remove late payments. You're going to learn how to get access to high limit approvals. You're going to get access to apply for funding, both personal and business. You're also going to get early access to the Tradelines with a special community discount. Plus, these bonuses are included: how to make money with your credit, how to start your own rental car business using credit, how to do affiliate marketing using digital products that's built for you already, and how to unlock passive income with vending machines. You're also going to get access to all of our past calls that me and the community have already made, so that way you don't miss out on anything. And just to make sure that I'm not BSing you, here's some of our community's recent wins. $35,000 Apple Federal credit card, $25,000 Navy Federal card, and these wins just keep racking up. So here's the catch though. I don't just work with anyone or everyone. I only want to work with people who are genuinely serious about learning credit and not just people that want to try things out. Because we don't want that mindset in our community. That's why I have opened up 20 new spots within our community. And it's our job to keep improving this community, tailoring to your needs. And to do that, we can't just let 100 people just come in all at once. We like to take things with a more personal approach. But before I talk about how to get into this community, let me show you some more of our past and current winners within the community. 130 points, 86 points, 108 points, and the list just keeps going. Of course, you can get these same results too. And as long as you take in what you learn and implement, inside the community, we're all about taking action. So now, let me repeat this. We are only taking in 20 people, at least for now. But ask yourself, if you invest in yourself today and potentially get back your investment thousands of times back, wouldn't that be a no-brainer? It's kind of like flipping a house and selling it for 10x what you bought it for. So with that being said, here's what I want you to do. I want you to DM me the word credit on Instagram and know, yes, you will see if you're qualified. DM me the word credit on Instagram to know more. And we'll see if you qualified to get in with us so that way you can hit that 800 credit score in 2025. My Instagram, Credit Coach Nicole Scott. I'll see you there. And also, remember, I had to sell my Mercedes back in the day. Well, when they say that the bounce back is real, they never lied about that. And here we are. I got it back. So if you're looking to do the same and bounce back, now is the time. Let's go.